everybody. So today what I'm going to be showing you for my video are some simple recipes that you can do to celebrate while still staying healthy, still staying on keto, and still losing weight. Because guess what? Today is my birthday. Alright, so let's get started. So today what we're going to be making is 3 different kind of wings: hot wings, barbecue wings, and lemon pepper wings, along with a cauliflower crust pizza, pepperoni pizza, because that's my favorite. And we're also going to make a cheesecake, because what's a birthday without cake? Alright, so the first thing that we're going to make is the cheesecake. And the reason that we're doing that first is because we need for it to chill in the fridge for a second, or for at least an hour before we eat it, so that it can actually be cold. Here are the first ingredients that you are going to need for the crust. You're going to need some lemon juice, vanilla extract, granular swerve, almond flour, salt, I'm using Himalayan pink salt, cinnamon, and melted butter. First thing that you need to do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees. While the oven is preheating, we're going to get started on making the crust for the cheesecake. I'm going to take my small bowl with my melted butter. Alright, into that bowl, what I'm going to add is a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm going to sprinkle in a little of my ground cinnamon. Cinnamon is optional. If you don't like cinnamon, you don't have to put cinnamon inside of your cheesecake crust. And then I'm going to take a spoon and mix my cinnamon and my vanilla into my butter. And the reason that I do this is just to make sure that the cinnamon and the vanilla are gonna be infused into all of the almond flour, instead of it only being in some of the almond flour if I tried to put the vanilla in afterwards. And then I didn't mention before, I have 4 tablespoons of melted butter in my small bowl. Now to a larger bowl, I'm gonna add 1 cup of almond flour and just a pinch of salt. I added 2 pinches, that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna mix the salt into my almond flour, and then I'm gonna add my butter, and I'm going to continue to stir until the mixture forms a little dough ball. So now what I've done is I've lined a small baking dish with parchment paper, and I'm just going to add my dough to the parchment paper. That was a loud clump. And I'm just going to mash it down until it fills up the bottom of the dish. Make sure your hands are clean. Once you finish spreading your crust out at the bottom of your pan, it should look similar to this. We're just gonna set this over to the side and make the cheesecake filling. So I made a mistake earlier in the video, and I said you needed lemon juice for the crust of the cheesecake, but you actually didn't. We need lemon juice for the filling of the cheesecake, along with some vanilla extract, 2 eggs. This time we're still using swerve, but we're using confectioner swerve and not granular, and because I just find that it works better inside of the filling. And we're going to use 2 blocks or 16 ounces of cream cheese. So the first thing that I'm going to do is add in the 2 blocks of cream cheese into my mixing bowl. This bowl actually comes from a stand mixer, but I'm going to be using it with a hand mixer. Go ahead and mix up and make your softened cream cheese smooth. So I'm just going to turn on my mixer and I'm going to mix until it's smooth. So next thing that I'm going to do is, one at a time, I'm going to add in my eggs. I like to crack my eggs in a bowl first and then put them in, because honestly My mama just said you never know what you gonna find in the egg.
Yo, this looks like a face.
Did you lick that?
Ow.
Ignore that, Al. I didn't hit him. Not at all.
That's abuse.
I found a face. You wanna see it? See the face? Look right there. It looks like a little baby.
Ew. Alright, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm adding half a cup of confectioner swerve. 1 tablespoon of vanilla flavor. And you can add more or less to your liking. I love vanilla, so we add a tablespoon. I'm gonna add maybe, we'll do half a tablespoon of lemon juice. 1 final mix, and then we'll be ready to put it on top of our crust. All right, my crust is back, and now I'm just gonna pour my filling on top of my crust. I like to just pour it in the middle, and then it will spread out. So I put my cheesecake in the oven at this point for about 25 to 30 minutes. You just want it to slightly start to brown on the top, and that's when you know that it's done. I cut my cheesecake into 12 slices, and each slice of this delicious cheesecake is only 3 grams of net carbs without the berries and whipped cream. So you can add the berries and whipped cream depending on how many grams of carb you have left for the day. And also, if you would like to see how I made the rest of this delicious food, check out part 2 of my video. Bye. All right, y'all, so I just had to come back to tell y'all about this cheesecake. It is so good. Like, y'all really need to try this. Happy birthday to me. So, some ground, this is ground cumin. We're gonna start that over.
Bro.